Okay. Hello, graduates, family, friends, guests, and staff. My name is Maya Patel, and I'm one of your valedictorians for the class of 2018.
My name is Annie Angelville, and I'm your other valedictorian. Don't worry if you mix us up, it happens all the time.
It's truly an honor to get to speak on behalf of this year's graduating class.
We'd like to start off by saying thank you to everyone in this room and outside of it who played a part in the education of all of these students.
You know what? Once you leave here, you probably won't think a lot about high school. In fact, you'll probably forget most of it. I bet you'll forget this speech. You'll even forget who gave it. I mean, parents, raise your hand if you remember who your high school valedictorian was. See, I mean, like, come on. So, what is this really about? You may not be able to guess which highlights of these 4 years you'll remember, but I know that there are parts of you that you'll be able to trace back to LC. For instance, I'll be able to trace a part of me back to the library, to my conversations with our librarian, Miss Smith. I like talking to Miss Smith, and I felt like she enjoyed it too. It's pretty surprising how rare that is. I'll also be able to trace my scientific curiosity back to the science lab. I remember being so surprised at how long it took a tiny magnet to fall through a copper pipe that Mr. Finn was holding up. I'll be able to trace my appreciation of humor and learning back to grade 10 history with Mr. Olgren. Somehow, I found myself laughing at everything from the Great Depression to Kim Jong-un's haircut. I know I'll be able to trace back my idea of what normal is to my time at LC. Every day I spent at LCBI, my idea of normal shifted. I was surrounded by people of very different backgrounds. I stopped thinking of myself in comparison to others and started appreciating everyone for their own individuality. I think I'll be able to trace back my idea of community to simple things, like smiling at people in the halls or a conversation while in line at the cafeteria. I bet I'll be able to trace back my appreciation for good friends to math books, where we relied on each other to figure out how to integrate using trig substitution. I still really don't know how to do that, actually. So even though a lot of details of these past 4 years will fade, and you might not remember my name, I think you'll find that LC will always be a part of you. Maybe it'll be years from now, when you're talking to a new mentor, or when you're laughing at something new you've learned, or when you realize that you're part of a community that feels safe and accepting, that feels like a family. I think maybe that's when you'll remember LC. Thank you.
I am so honored and excited to get to stand in front of friends, family, distinguished guests, staff, to represent the 2018 graduating class of LCBI. Hi. I'd like to start off with a quote. Smash Mouth once said, "You never know if you don't go." When I started high school, I didn't know, and I was terrified. I didn't know how to act cool, didn't really know how to study for tests, and I sure didn't know what I should expect. But school is a place to learn, and we all know that. And in my 4 years at LC, I have learned so much. You know, Dwight Schrute from the critically acclaimed 2005 NBC television sitcom of the American remake of The Office once said that nostalgia is the greatest human weakness, second only to the neck. So, if you don't mind, I would now like to reminisce a bit with you about the biggest lessons I learned. I know that LCBI taught us all to take risks. Starting off a chapter of your life is always scary, but knowing you're doing it, surrounded by equally scared students, as well as dozens of teachers, hundreds of older students, and countless other seasoned professionals, can give you that push you need. And LC gave me that push. It was a safe space for everyone, regardless of gender, of age, of sexual orientation, of race, of background, of anything, to be unapologetically unique and themselves. One of the biggest risks that you can take is showing the world who you are. LC let us all do that and welcomed us all with open arms and a classic, "Good morning, Lancers." I also learned to forge my own path, specifically in the the parking lot. I mean, if it looks like a spot, it probably could be a spot. So I learned how to back out of spots. I learned how to look for pull-throughs. These are all kind of parking related. I learned that sometimes self-care is sitting safe and going to bed, but sometimes it's hitting pause and opening Google Docs. We all learned that life is whatever we want it to be, you know? Elsie didn't try to put us in a box. We weren't pressured to do or be one thing. Because we all have passions, we all have dreams, we all have a place we want to be in 10 years. There's so many different ways to grow into the person you want to be. And Elsie gave us options. Elsie showed us university, apprenticeships, college, workplaces. They let our paths be whatever we wanted them to be, and they helped us start walking them. We learned to appreciate the stories of those around us. I know I can't speak for the people who started secondary school at QE, but I feel that it's important that their voices heard. I now like to share 2 quotes about the QE experience. The first one is from Lloyd McPherson, who said, I don't know. The second is from Mackenzie Dawn, who says, QE was like a sweet little family, because we had like 50 students, so everybody knew everybody. And even though it's gone now, it really was nice to be welcomed by an even bigger family like us. You know, we learned not to be quick to judge other people. It can't be denied that there were a lot of misconceptions about QE and Elsie alike when the news that we'd be joining forces came out. A lot of people were apprehensive about what school would be like, with a group of new people in the halls every day. But it also can't be denied that all students who are graduating today, regardless of where we came from, share that perseverance, boldness, and spirit. I could go on with countless other stories about how Elsie taught me to cry, to laugh, etc., but none of that is anywhere near as important as this final lesson. LCBI taught me that I am enough for myself. In all honesty, I'm not going to lie to you guys, high school really sucked. Walking out of here with 4 years of laughter and some of the greatest friends, but there were a lot of lows. You know, there were a lot of moments where the idea of me even being on this stage, even walking across it, they were goals that just seemed so hopeless. There were a lot of days where I stayed in bed rather than face the day and go to school. There was a lot of darkness, and I know I am not the only person in this room who felt this way. But right now we are showing that we are enough for ourselves. Yes, we are infinitely lucky for the support that Elsie and QE gave us, for the encouragement of our parents and loved ones, the extra help from teachers and friends, the crying sessions in the drama room, but ultimately, you got yourself here. Never forget that. You pushed yourself when you wanted to give up. You decided to get yourself here, and you did. The years to come are full of surprises and challenges, but never forget what you have accomplished in the past 4 years. So I would now like to leave you with the immortal words of Smash Mouth. Well, the years start coming, and they don't stop coming. Today, we finish the rest of our lives. We can't stop the future, but we have proved we are strong enough for anything that comes our way. The world can be a scary place, but remember this. We're living in a world with world-famous Lansing mac and cheese. So how bad can it be?